School Freeware's Visual Basic Express 2010 Tutorials. Tutorial 21. Playing Sound Files. SpeakABCs Part 5 of 11. All sound files used within this application can be downloaded at schoolfreeware.com. To insert some sound, what I'm going to do is create a new application to show off some of the ways of working with sound within applications. So we'll come back to SpeakABCs very shortly. But first, I'll just go into Visual Basic and create a new project. Select Windows Form Applications, and I'll just simply put in a button so we can play some sound when the button is clicked. On the desktop, I have a folder of some waves, and inside I have the a.wave file. And that's basically it. I'll right mouse click and go to Properties, and here we have the location of a.wave. So I'll just copy the location, go into Visual Basic, double click on the button, and put in the code to play the sound file. So I'll just call my.computer.audio.play, and then the location of the sound file, which would be the wave folder on the desktop, and then a.wave. Close parentheses, run, and the sound file plays. However, by hard coding this into the program, if I were to move the wave folder and then try to run, I would get an error because this location no longer holds a wave file. I'll stop this. And I'll pop the wave folder back on the desktop. Another way of working with sound file is to place them within the solution. So for example here, we have the solution. And I'll just open up the wave folder and drag a.wave into the project solution. I'll right mouse click on the wave, go to Properties, and set Copy Always. So here, I no longer need the path. All I need is a.wave, which is the name of the file. Go ahead and run. And the file can play. This is fine in most cases. However, for SpeakABCs, we want the user to be able to overwrite the files, so therefore we have to use a relative location. To work with a relative location, first we need to find the startup path of the application we're using. So I don't need this Windows Application 1 anymore. I'll just go ahead and copy the wave folder and place the wave folder into the location where I am debugging the program. So in this case, it's My Documents, Visual Studio 2010, Projects, SpeakABCs, SpeakABCs subfolder, Bin, Debug, and on this right mouse click and paste the folder into the debug folder. So now we're all set to work with relative location within SpeakABCs. So go back to SpeakABCs, I'll go into the form, go get a button, drag it in, I'll resize, go into the properties, I'll set the font to font size 20. Button 1 will become button song. And the text will state ABC song. Okay, with that said, I'll just double click and we'll try out the relative location. So I'll call my computer.audio.play and then application dot startup path. And this will tell us the startup path of the application. So therefore all we have to do is add the wave folder and then I want to play ABC song.wave. In this particular case, close parentheses, run.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I'll close this down. And what I would like to do is, for every key that is pressed, whether it's a letter or a number, have the computer play the related sound file. So what I'm going to do, instead of placing mycomputer.audio.play, etc., in each area that has to be played, I'm going to go down and create a sub called play file. And I'll have a by reference called name, and I'll set that as string. And so we have my.computer.audio.play will be the application. .start path plus the subfolder wave plus the name, and then we have to add the file extension .wave to the name. That seems to be all set. So up here, wherever there's a key press, I can go ahead and tell the computer to play file and have it pass the E key card. So therefore, if the A is pressed on the keyboard, A will be sent down to play file. We'll find the startup path of the application, go into the wave folder, and then A.wave will be played. If B was pressed on the keyboard, then B.wave will be played, C.wave, D.wave, and so on. So every place that I need to go ahead and play a sound file, let's go to play file, .keychar, and then that's all set. So when I go ahead and run,
S, T, U, 0, 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
okay, I'll stop that now. So what I'm going to do now is go down to the button song.click, and instead of having this application start path here, what I'm going to do is use the play file. So I'll just highlight this, and I'll just pass ABC song to the play file. And remove .wave. So therefore we just have ABC song. Go ahead and run. Try it out.
E, R,
Try the numbers.
9, 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Okay, I'll stop this. And there is relative locations for sound files.